Episode 9 is said to have many different connections, not just to the prequels and the originals, but also Star Wars Rebels content as well as the Legends material by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really intrigued about when it comes to this movie is, of course, how J.J. Abrams is really going to tie this movie, not just into the past Skywalker Saga films, but also into the animated TV series like Star Wars Rebels by Dave Filoni. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the set leaks, this is where things begin to get very interesting when it comes to one of the Star Wars Rebels characters in Episode 9. Specifically, it's described that a sequence was shot between Daisy Ridley, Lupita Nyong'o, Oscar Isaac, and John Boyega for one of the vital moments in the third act of the film. It's described to be a sequence involving the attack on the First Order headquarters. Additionally, it said that one of the costume designs used on set was dubbed as Ahsoka's combat outfit, where the outfit was described to be a leathery-like vest in a white color with a black cape. Another prop piece that was used on set was also dubbed as Ahsoka's lightsaber, as well as Ahsoka's blaster rifle. So I want to go over a couple of parts about all of this because this basically more or less tells us that Ahsoka Tano is indeed going to be in Star Wars Episode 9 and is most likely that character that we have been hearing about that is codenamed AT, an older female Togruta that will actually have a sequence in the third act of Episode 9. So what I find to be very interesting about this movie is that J.J. Abrams really is going all out with this movie in order to end the Skywalker Saga in a legendary way. We do know that J.J. Abrams has had a lot of discussions with, of course, showrunner Dave Filoni, who is the head of Star Wars Rebels, and we can really see as to why he was in the talks with Dave Filoni, as well as why Dave Filoni is the director, or at least one of the directors, of Star Wars The Mandalorian. There's a lot of rumors right now that Ahsoka and Ezra will in fact be in The Mandalorian, so keep an eye open for that. But I digress. What's really intriguing about all of this is that on the set, one of the actual outfits was dubbed as Ahsoka's combat outfit, where the outfit in detail is described to be a leathery, white-like vest that's actually paired up with a black cape, and another prop piece is, of course, Ahsoka's lightsaber. So you guys may recall that in the Lost City, there is also another Ahsoka lightsaber prop that was actually left behind that Rey uses in order to incorporate some of the pieces of that saber into the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber hilt itself. So that tells us that basically the Anakin saber is going to go through an evolution from start to finish of Episode 9 from what it seems, until its completion by the very end of this movie. We do know that one of the designs for, of course, the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber is that it will have a ring around it in the middle, a black ring if you will, like a little rubber piece that holds it into one piece. So, my favorite character in Star Wars Rebels, guys, I gotta say, if it really has to be between both Ezra Bridger and Ahsoka Tano, it most likely would be Ezra Bridger. However, Ahsoka Tano, at the same exact time, is another great character. She's very well developed, she has a lot of great stories in Rebels, and there's more to tell after that, and I think that's exactly why J.J. Abrams and Dave Filoni had a lot of these discussions together. Again, like I say, this outfit is, of course, dubbed as Ahsoka's combat outfit. We do know that there are going to be quite a number of cameos in this movie from the prequels, the originals, and, of course, other animated TV series out there, such as Rebels. So, with that being said, it really does raise the question on whether or not we will also be getting some Resistance characters in Episode 9. I'm talking about the animated series, Star Wars Resistance. That's another question open on the table for discussion. We haven't heard too much of that. So, guys, we are just 7 days away from Star Wars Celebration. We are getting closer to finally getting that teaser trailer and, of course, the official title of Episode 9. And what's great about a title is it'll finally give us an overall idea of what the general plot of this movie really is going to be. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people are really mystified about right now, right? Because we really know little to nothing about the overall tone of the movie and exactly the overall feel of and the direction of the movie, right? the title is going to tell us that. You know, The Force Awakens gave us the idea that Episode 7 was all about, you know, the return of Star Wars and how there is this awakening within the Force and how it's all centered on the character of Rey. And then, of course, Episode 8 was all about Luke Skywalker to an extent, where it's based on The Last Jedi, where it does indeed have double meaning, where he dies and Rey is now the last Jedi, supposedly. So, now going into Episode 9, what is the true title going to be? So, Ahsoka Tano, guys, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see all these different little connections and all these different references and cameos in the film, and the third act of the movie really is going to have a massive land battle and a massive space battle unlike ever before in the Skywalker saga, so look forward to seeing that on the big screen. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.